Students, what's the craziest thing a teacher has done? I was sitting in math class minding my own business when Mrs. Palmer walked in looking like she just watched someone key her car in the parking lot. She slammed the door so hard the whiteboard shook, stood at the front with her arms crossed, and went full detective mode. Someone in this class has been selling answer keys to tests. The entire room went silent. I looked around trying to figure out who the hustler was, but everyone had the same confused expression as I did. Mrs. Palmer wasn't playing. She said if nobody confessed in the next 5 minutes, the entire class would serve a week of detentions with mandatory homework time during those detentions. I blinked twice. I didn't even have someone selling answer keys. Majority of the class didn't know, I bet, but she didn't care. She stood there with her arms crossed, staring at the clock like she was hosting a game show where everyone loses. She looked like that white rabbit pointing at that stupid clock. People started whispering. Pointing fingers at random kids like this was suddenly among us in real life. Someone whispered, "It's probably Jake." Jake whispered back, "I can't even pass math. Why would I sell answers?" Valid point. The 5 minutes passed and not a single person confessed. So she did it. She pulled out a stack of pink detention slips like she'd been preparing for this moment her entire career and started handing them out one by one. 32 slip, 32 students. I've never gotten a detention in my life. And now I'm getting punished because some kid decided to run a black market test operation in middle school. People were furious. One kid stood up and said, "This is illegal." Mrs. Palmer said, "So is academic fraud." Sir, nobody here even knows what academic fraud means. The next 3 days were a nightmare. We all showed up to detention doing homework while glaring at each other like we were on a sinking ship, and someone ate the last lifeboat. Parents started calling the school. One mom threatened to contact the school board. Another dad showed up demanding to speak to the principal like his daughter had been wrongfully imprisoned. Meanwhile, the actual criminal was just sitting there quiet as a rock pretending to do algebra. Then on day 4, this kid Brennan, who sits in the back and barely says 2 words all year, just stood up in the middle of detention. It was me. Mrs. Palmer didn't say a word. She just pulled out her phone and called his parents right there in front of everyone. We all sat in complete silence listening to her explain the situation while Brennan slowly realized his life was about to end. 20 minutes later, his mom showed up. She stormed into that classroom like she was collecting a debt, grabbed Brennan by the arm, and started yelling about grounding him until graduation while dragging him out the door. The door slammed shut. "You're all free to go."